My first Powerball ticket changed everything. The true story of my $150,000 win on January 31st, 2025. You know how some people say, trust your gut? I never used to believe in that kind of thing. I'm practical, routine, predictable. But that one ordinary Wednesday afternoon, everything changed. My name is Sydney Davis. I'm from Hurdle Mills, North Carolina. And with just one $3 Powerball ticket, my very first ever, I won $150,000. No scratchers, no years of playing, just a single moment and a whisper in my mind that said, buy the ticket. Let me tell you a little bit about where I'm from because it matters. Hurdle Mills isn't the kind of place you hear about on the news. We've got more cows than people, more tractors than traffic lights. It's tucked between the tree lines of northern Orange County and just spills over into Person County. It's the kind of place where neighbors wave even if they don't know your name. And the only real buzz in town is when someone gets a new porch swing. The country store on Hurdle Mills Road, that's our little heartbeat. You can get gas, a sandwich, bait, and a history lesson if you hang around long enough. I stop there a couple of times a week, nothing fancy, it's part of my rhythm. That Wednesday I stopped in like always, it was around 4 in the afternoon, weather was chilly, clouds hanging low like they do in February, and I was just picking up a snack before heading home. And then there it was, that little kiosk, Powerball, in bold red letters. I'd seen it hundreds of times, walked right past it, never once thought about playing. I mean, come on, Powerball? That's for people you read about in Florida or New York, not people from a town where the biggest excitement is the Friday night fish fry. But something in me paused. It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic, it was more like a whisper inside my head. Go on, just this once. So I did. I walked up to the counter and said something I had never said before. Can I get a Powerball ticket? Just one. Quick pick. And sure, add the power play. I paid $3, took the ticket, folded it, didn't even really look at the numbers, stuck it in my wallet, and drove home. That night was totally normal. Dinner with my dad, watched an episode of that baking competition show we both like, played fetch with our lab, Molly. I completely forgot about the ticket. Until around 10:30, my brother texted me out of nowhere. Yo, did you get a Powerball ticket tonight? I remember laughing. Yeah, my first and last one. Why? He just sent a screenshot of the winning numbers. And then I remembered my ticket was still in my wallet. Now I'm not great at math, but even I can count to 5. I opened the ticket, first white ball, match, second white ball, match, third match, fourth, also a match. And then that red Powerball, when I saw it matched, my heart did this weird jump. Like when you miss a step going downstairs, I just stared at the numbers, then I read them again and again. I didn't scream, I didn't jump up, I just whispered, no way. I called my sister, she didn't answer, texted her a photo, called again. Then I called my dad in the next room. We sat there comparing the numbers on the screen to my ticket over and over. That night, nobody in the house slept. Matching 4 white balls and the red Powerball gets you $50,000. That in itself, insane. That's a down payment on a house. That's crushing debt. That's life-changing. But then I remembered the lady at the counter saying, want to add the power play? And I said yes. That power play, it turned my $50,000 into $150,000. Because that night, the multiplier drawn was 3x. So for the price of a soda at the vending machine, I had just earned 6 figures. 2 days later, I drove to the lottery headquarters in Raleigh. It didn't feel real until I walked into that building. Security checked me in. Someone led me to a small office. I handed them the ticket carefully like it was made of glass. The woman behind the desk smiled and said, "Congratulations, Miss Davis. You've won $150,000. Just like that, after taxes, I walked away with $107,626. People keep asking me, what are you going to do with the money? Truth? I'm not buying a fancy car. I'm not moving. I'm not quitting my job. I'm putting it in savings for the future, for emergencies, for peace of mind, because peace of mind is priceless. And now I have some of that. You'd think life would feel wildly different, but honestly, the biggest change is inside. Now I walk around with this quiet little secret. I took a chance, and the universe responded. I trusted that tiny voice, the whisper that said, why not? And it rewarded me more than I ever could have imagined. If you're listening to this wondering if you should take a chance, whether that's buying a ticket, starting a new chapter, chasing a dream, Let me be the voice that says maybe it's time. I'm not saying everyone will win the lottery, but I am saying sometimes the universe opens doors when you're just brave enough to knock. This wasn't just about money. It was about listening, trusting, believing in possibility. Thank you for letting me share my story. And if it brought you a little hope today, leave a comment, share it, or just whisper to yourself, why not?
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and wants to see more like it, click the link on screen.